If you're using GeoShred as a MIDI MPE controller, there's now a number of pure MIDI out presets that can be used to control popular synths. This one is the Animoog one, and in fact, to use the Animoog one, what you have to do here is you come under MIDI and you choose the Moog MIDI preset, which is basically an MPE preset but does something special with channel pressure to make it work well with Animoog. And then you want to make sure that you are doing MIDI out and that you have Animoog chosen here. And on the Animoog side, you want to make sure in setup under configuration that you're doing background audio so that it can be in the background and be played from GeoShred. And the other thing you can do here is, if under settings, you can turn on key Y velocity. It's been enabled right now, and what that means is that when you play, it just as with Animoog, that notes at the bottom of the key are low velocity and the top of the key are high velocity, so you can get a lot of expression. And we've wired up a number of the very important Animoog controls, like the orbits. You'll also need to set up a few Animoog MIDI control mappings. I'll show you what I did. So you go map CCs here and it turns these things red. And we'll just take a look at these. If I go to the XY pad, what I did is I put X and Y on 113, 114, which are the convention that we generally use for our XY pad, and the Rolly C-board also uses that for its XY pad. And then the other thing that I did is in the orbit, I mapped the orbit time, the X amount, and the Y amount to 107 for the time, 109 for the X amount, and 111 for the Y amount, which is the three of the sliders on the control surface. They also happen to be the same controllers that are standard on the Rolly Rise C-board. So these mappings will also work with the C-board as well. Animoog on an iPhone with 3D Touch. A few words about MIDI output from GeoShred. GeoShred is primarily an MPE MIDI controller, which means that either each note that goes out is on its own MIDI channel, or each row that goes out is on its own MIDI channel. A couple things to note: that when you're in mono mode, all the notes are going out on a single channel. When you're in string mode, all the notes on the same string are going out on the same channel. This is what's known as MIDI mode 4. And when you're in poly mode, all the notes are going out, each note on its own MIDI channel. If you're going to use mono mode in Animoog, you also want to be in mono mode on the GeoShred side. So we're in mono mode on the GeoShred side, and we're in mono mode on the Animoog side. And when you put those two things together, you get this wonderful classic mode behavior.